In the world of artificial intelligence, there's a hidden war raging, but it's not the one you think.
In the world of artificial intelligence, there's a hidden battle raging. A clash of titans, but maybe not the one you're thinking of.
This isn't just a battle between chatbots, it's a fight between two visions of the future. One giant, all-knowing brain versus a swarm of specialized experts.
We've all used the giants, ChatGPT, Gemini, these enormous, all-knowing brains in the cloud. But the real fight isn't about which chatbot gives the cleverest answer. It's a deeper, strategic war over what AI should even be. The question isn't which AI is smarter, it's which one is right for you.
Should it be one massive, do-everything powerhouse, or a collection of small, efficient, and super specialized experts? This isn't just theory. This debate is playing out right now and will define the next decade of technology.
You know, in the world of artificial intelligence, there's this hidden battle raging. It's a clash of titans, for sure, but maybe not the one you're thinking of. I mean, we've all done it, right? You've played around with ChatGPT, or maybe you've had Google's Gemini write an email for you. And they feel like these enormous, all-knowing brains just sitting in the cloud. But the real fight, it's not just about which chatbot can give you the cleverest answer. There's a much deeper, more strategic war being waged behind the scenes. And it all comes down to this fundamental debate about what AI should even be. Should it be this one massive, do-everything powerhouse? Or should it be a whole collection of small, efficient, and super specialized experts? Okay, let's get into it. So to really get this debate, you got to understand the rule that's basically driven AI development for years. Bigger is always better. It has been an absolute arms race to build the biggest, most massive model possible. And wow, this chart right here really just says it all, doesn't it? It might look a little complicated, but the only thing you need to see is that absolute explosion right there in the middle. These are all large language models, or LLMs. To get this powerful, they're built with billions, sometimes trillions, of what are called parameters. Just think of them as tiny little knobs and dials that the AI uses to learn. For the longest time, the goal was simple. Just add more knobs. But here's the twist. A totally different way of thinking is gaining some serious traction, both in research labs and out there in the real world. And it's asking this really disruptive question. What if we've been chasing the wrong thing all along? What if the future isn't about size, but about focus? So let's really break down this academic showdown, because it truly boils down to two completely different philosophies: the general-purpose giants versus the laser-focused specialists. On one side, you've got the LLMs. Yeah, we're talking about models like GPT-4. These are the titans, trained on a massive chunk of the internet to basically be a jack of all trades. They can write you a poem, they can debug your code, they can plan your next vacation. And then on the other side, you've got small language models, or SLMs. We're talking models with under 10 billion parameters. Now, these are built from the ground up for efficiency. And here's the key. They can be specifically trained or fine-tuned to become an absolute world-class expert at just one thing. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This direct comparison, based on research from the University of Bologna, lays out the trade-offs perfectly. LLMs are incredibly powerful, no doubt, but they are wildly expensive to run and really hard to adapt. SLMs, though, they're cheap, they're efficient, they're easy to specialize, and get this, they can even be run locally on your own device. That is a huge deal for privacy. So how in the world do they make these small models so smart? Well, a big part of the answer is this really clever technique you see here. Now, don't worry about the crazy technical details. The big idea is a process called QLoRa, and the easiest way to think about it is like this. Imagine you have a massive, super powerful engine, but it's a total gas guzzler. QLoRa is like a high-tech tune-up that dramatically improves your fuel efficiency without you losing a single drop of horsepower. It lets developers train these smaller models using just a fraction of the computing power, making them incredibly potent. Okay, so this isn't just a bunch of academic theory. This whole debate is playing out right now, in the real world, in a massive market showdown between two of the biggest names you know, ChatGPT and Gemini. And PC Mag really nails it here. ChatGPT is the undisputed champion of the big LLM approach. It's a standalone powerhouse built for complex research, creative tasks. It's the big, general-purpose brain. Gemini, on the other hand, totally represents that specialist philosophy. Its true power isn't just as a chatbot you talk to, it's how it's being woven into the very fabric of everything Google does. It's not trying to be one giant brain. It's designed to be a team of specialized assistants.
And this is where the rubber really meets the road. This chart shows the raw economics of it all. Just look at the cost of Gemini 2.0 Flash versus GPT 4.0. The smaller, more specialized model can be dramatically cheaper to run. And we're not talking a small difference here. This is an economic earthquake that is completely reshaping how companies are thinking about building AI products.
So why should you care about any of this? Because this smaller is spreading trend is leading to a full-on AI assistant takeover, embedding AI into the tools you already use every single day.
So instead of you having to go to a separate AI website, the AI is literally coming to you. And Gemini is the perfect example. It's becoming a specialized assistant right inside your Gmail, summarizing that ridiculously long email thread. It's right there in Google Docs, helping you draft a report. It's even in your calendar, figuring out how to schedule meetings. Each one is a small, focused task done efficiently right where you need it.
And, some of these specialized tools have really profound implications. Take this new audio feature in Google Docs. It's a simple idea, right? Gemini just reads your document to you. But if you're someone with a visual impairment, or maybe a learning disability like dyslexia, that's not just a nice little feature, that is a total game changer. And as AbilityNet points out, that's really the bigger picture here. When AI stops being one giant thing and becomes a team of specialized, integrated tools, it has this immense potential to create more inclusive digital experiences for absolutely everyone. It's about building technology that adapts to people, not forcing people to adapt to the technology.
All right, so this brings us to the big takeaway for you. The whole debate isn't about which AI is smarter. It's about something much simpler, picking the right tool for the job you need to get done.
So the real question you should be asking yourself isn't which AI is best. It's, what do I actually need an AI to do for me?
At the end of the day, it really boils down to this one core trade-off. Do you need the raw, general power of a ChatGPT for some heavy-duty research or a big creative project? Or do you need the specialized efficiency of something like Gemini to automate little tasks and just make your day-to-day workflow smoother?
And let's not forget that key finding from the research we looked at earlier. A smaller model, when it's fine-tuned for one specific task, can absolutely blow a generic giant out of the water on that task. It's like the difference between a world-class sprinter and a decathlete. I mean, the decathlete is an amazing all-around athlete, but they are not winning the 100-meter dash. No way.
So, maybe the future of AI doesn't look like one giant, all-knowing superbrain in the cloud. Maybe it looks more like a team of highly skilled, super efficient experts, each one ready to jump in and help with a very specific job. The only question left is, which expert do you need to hire?